The NBA Monday Night Basketball is coming right up. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, with David Aldridge roaming the sideline. A look at the starting group for the Magic. Underneath, in the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. Suggs out there with Desmond Bane. And it's Wagner in at the small forward. And for Memphis, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with John Morant. Then there's Wells. Then there's Edey. And it's Jackson in a power forward. Here on opening day, and what a great day it is. Greg, what are these players feeling as they tip off this new season?
It is always exciting to start a new season. Players are just filled with hope and optimism, especially after putting in all that offseason work.
Now here's Jackson. Down low, lock at 6.
The team-first mindset of Jackson, willing to get the ball to his open guys.
Now Bane. Carter, the pass to Suggs. Pass to Carter. Over in the corner, Banchero. That three off the mark. Now the Grizzlies with it. Their last encounter was in Orlando, where they were able to handle the Magic.
Yeah, a really close game between these two in that last matchup. It took a total team effort for them to get the win.
Anytime you get starter-level production out of the second unit, you put yourself in a position to succeed.
Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
R.J. Morant has always had unquestionable talent. Now it's a question of, can he focus on his game?
And you hope he had his wake-up call. Still one of the most exciting players in the game. His burst and bounce, one of a kind.
Now Wells, after the missed three from Desmond Bane. Morant against Suggs. Now here's Morant. D right on him. Over Suggs. And it's Morant missing.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You'll gladly take those. They've come out strong, 3 of their first 4 to start the game.
Banchero outside. Pass to Wagner. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. GA, when you look at the development of Franz Wagner, what now is the next step for him?
Kevin, for me, it's the three-point shooting, specifically becoming more efficient out there. And I also think he's going to have to become a better passer, ball mover. I got total confidence he'll get there because the rest of his game is complete.
And the first one drops. And Greg, the way Orlando ended last season, that's really fueled their fire for this year.
Yeah, I mean, a tough loss to Cleveland in Game 7 of the opening round. But it's hard to win in this league without first incurring some battle scars.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay from the line.
Pass to Edey. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Wagner against Jackson. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by the Magic.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Banchero finds Carter. Can't get it to fall.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Rel's wide open. From outside, off the mark. And Wagner's got the ball here for the Magic. They trail by 3. Pass to Carter. Banchero, right side. Wagner against Morant. Outside, Bane. It's good. This game is all even. Bane's got 5 points so far.
He used to catch defenders off guard with his range, but now everyone knows that Bane is a marksman.
Caldwell Pope outside. Jackson looking it over. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And he is a huge presence inside at both ends. Jackson's a great asset to have in the post.
Now, here's Banchero. Nothing on the board. Wagner on the wing. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Here's Caldwell Pope. Carter pulls it in. Magic have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Banchero outside. Count that bucket.
Oh, the defense puts contact on Banchero inside, but he just bullies right through it.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I caught up with the Grizzlies head coach. Now, we spoke briefly about how critical it is to slow down Paolo Banchero. Coach said he can be a force on offense when he gets a couple to fall. The energy and effort from our guys has to be high if we want to contain him. We'll see if that team can contain Banchero out there, guys. Back to you.
Thank you, David. That's good from Morant. Greg, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Clark, he's checked in for 80. Santi Aldama comes in for Wells. And Pippen subbed in for Caldwell Pope. And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Anthony's checked in. And while we can, here's a look at the teams that had the fastest hands in the league last season. The Grizzlies 4th. 5th on the list, the Magic.
Both really good defensively last season, and that showed up in those steals numbers.
Orlando trailing here. 1:22 left to play in the first. Back to Black. At the elbow, Banchero. It's stolen by Anthony. Here's Pippen. Lays it up off the glass.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Now, here's Wagner. Pass to Banchero. Shoots over Aldama. That's good from Banchero on the assist from Wagner.
I like everything he's doing so far offensively, finding his spots, making strong selections.
Shot from 12. And Anthony gets it to go. There's 42 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Anthony against Wagner. Anthony on the double team. Here's Banchero. Good on the three-point shot. Banchero's got 7. Memphis leading. And here is Anthony. 17 seconds left here in the first quarter. Banchero grabs the board. A miss that time would have put him up. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Grizzlies lead by 1. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Grizzlies.
Well, they're off to a good start getting it inside and scoring at close range. Solid fundamentals so far in this one.
And also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
So on the floor for Orlando, they've got Franz Wagner, also Black out there, and it's Bitadze in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now, here's Wagner. He had 25 points last game. That gives them the lead. Wagner's got the lead up to 1 now for Orlando. Richard, how do you think the game has changed since you retired?
Well, the jump shooting teams have had more success. I think the game has changed, and it allows for more Europeans. It allows for it to be more of a global game. The less physical, the more inclusive.
Just 5 to shoot. Tries the spin move. And it's Morant missing. And Wagner's got the ball here for Orlando. Morant comes with the double team. Out to the right wing. Wagner passes to Wagner. Gets it out to Wagner. Here's De Silva. Misses the 3. And for Memphis, they're shooting at 50% in a decent group. That one goes. Counted. And that's now 6 points for John Morant.
Closer in. Look, let me just tell you, Morant, he's going to find a way to score. He just has such a fantastic touch around the rim.
Pass to De Silva. Wagner with it. Now, here's Wagner. And finished off by Wagner.
So smooth off the bounce. Wagner makes it look easy.
Morant outside. To the inside. Here's Williams. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Orlando leading. It's an odd stat, but what I'm going to throw out there anyway. The Memphis Grizzlies set an NBA record last season for players used in a season.
Kevin, this isn't football, right? They had 33 different guys suited up last season. That tells you how difficult it was. Constant change, hard to build chemistry, and let's face it, hard to win games.
First one falls for him.
And for his position, Franz Wagner gives you everything you could ask for. Passing, rebounding, scoring, and he competes defensively as well.
Edey's checked in for the Grizzlies. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Pippen. That one is no good. The Grizzlies have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. It's Caldwell-Pope with the try. Here's Aldama. Good. And the nice assist from Morant. Aldama has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Now, here's Wagner. 7 points in the game. Over in the corner, Banchero. Suggs, screen on Clark. Banchero, and finished off by Banchero.
And that drive gives Banchero all the momentum he needs. And, boy, he turns it into an explosive finish.
For the Orlando Magic, they come into this one following a loss to the Celtics in Boston. Clark outside. Suggs against Morant. Over Suggs. And it's Suggs with the rebound. The Magic have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you. Paolo Banchero is not skipping steps. Magic superstar says it's like anything in life, it's a process. Having that perspective just makes you want to work every day because this is the best league in the world. If you become impatient, you're going to drive yourself crazy. It's a cliche, Kevin, but you just keep pounding away. Back to you.
Well said, David. Dedication to the craft. PA thanks. Here's Black. 8 points his last outing. To the wing on the left. Here's Banchero. Another miss by Banchero.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake.
After earning the number 2 seed in the 2023 playoffs, Richard, last season was a lost year because of all those injuries and other things in Memphis.
John Morant only played 9 games last year. Desmond Bane missed half the year. Marcus Smart out. The Grizzlies still have a lot of young talent and a very bright future.
And he can't get the first one. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Jaren Jackson's checked in for Brandon Clark. And Wells is subbed in for Morant. The Magic also changing it up. Goga Bitadze is checked in for Wagner. And it's Bane in for Wagner. And he sinks the second. Magic shooting well, 50% from the floor. Back to Bane. Shot clock at 6. Kicks it out to Banchero. Here's Suggs. Once again off the mark, Orlando. For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Now Eldama. It good. Eldama's got his second bucket of the night.
He's just ridiculous. He's just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Now here's Bane. 5 points in the game. And out of bounds. It's the Grizzlies gain possession. Pippen's checked in for Santi Aldama. Carter, he's checked in for Orlando. Wagner comes in for Black. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Out to the right wing. Pippen against Suggs. Pippen kicks to Wells. Just 5 on the clock. Memphis moving it around. Here's Edey. Sinks that one from the post.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Wagner outside. Carter finds Wagner. Shot is good off the back rim and in. And it's 9 points for Franz Wagner.
And because of that versatility, Wagner with so many options offensively.
Pippen, the pass to Jackson. Shoots over Wagner. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper.
How did he break that one? He smoked it. Everything was set up for that to be an easy basket.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. It's the Grizzlies leading by just 2. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports.
Hello, everybody. So far, a fairly even game for the Memphis Grizzlies through the first 2 quarters.
Their bench has been strong. Guys coming in, accepting their roles, playing well in the minutes they're getting.
I'll take your word on this one, Kenny. You're the backup expert.
And moving along, a metric for that first half. Love me some metrics. Checking out the top performer on each team.
These 2 guys have been very competitive with one another. Fans are getting their money's worth right now.
That said, I feel like the guy who can incorporate his teammates in the second half, he's got the best chance to walk away with the W.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Without question, Franz Wagner displaying his skills today.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And it's a role we don't always see him in, but he's done a great job tonight getting the rest of his team involved.
Orlando trailing here. Ja Morant, he's out there with Caldwell Pope. Then there's Edey. Then there's Wells. And it's Jackson at the 4 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Pass to Wagner. Shoots over Wells. And it's Wagner missing.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
Here's Morant. Outside for Jackson. It's Morant in the corner. Caldwell Pope outside. And the 3 off target. The Magic shooting in this game, 45%. Suggs dishes to Banchero. For the tie, Wells grabs the miss. And for Memphis, they're shooting reasonably well, 45%. Pass to Morant. Caldwell Pope with it. Right side, Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
We talk about Jackson's elite shooting for a big, but this is the other thing that he can do when his mindset is to attack.
Left side, Bane. Bangs home the trifecta. Bane's got 8.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
And the Grizzlies call their first time out of the game. Let's pause to take a look at the teams that really made their opposing teams earn their points a season ago. Fourth, the Magic.
I mean, they held opponents to so few points that it allowed them to win games even when their offense wasn't clicking.
Here's Morant. He has 6. Here's Wells. Pass to Jackson. Back to Caldwell Pope. Now Morant. 6 on the shot clock. Drills it from outside. Morant's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
What a confident shot by Morant. Gets the hot pass and puts it right up.
Bane with it. Back to Suggs. Orlando needs to get off a shot. And it's Banchero missing.
And they have been cold coming out of the break, only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
Here's Morant. And it's Wagner with the rebound. Wagner's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
He's been off. Still, they're up, so not all is lost.
Now, here's Banchero. 9 points in the game so far. Back to Wagner. Over to the left wing. Here's Suggs. It's rebounded by Memphis. Edey's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Out of halftime, not the way you want to execute, just 1 of 5 from the field. And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
The Magic trail by 6. And Richard, when it comes to Jaren Jackson, there's a lot to appreciate. My goodness.
I love that he can guard 1 through 5. Really a modern defensive NBA big man. He can go back to the basket or he can face up. He doesn't need the ball to make a huge impact.
Santi Aldama's checked in for Memphis. Had to change for the Magic. Anthony Black's checked in for Suggs. to the right side. Aldama inside. Banchero's there. Memphis moving it around. And that one's good. Morant.
Oh, great ball.
The Magic trail by 9. Banchero right side. Once again off the mark. Orlando.
Oh, he really wanted that triple. Even though he missed, I really like the competitiveness I'm seeing.
Morant with the wide open look. And they can't extend the lead to double digits. Banchero looking around. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And guys, that strength will serve Banchero really well in the league, and we're starting to see signs of it already.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Clark comes in for Edey, and Pippen subbed in for Morant. From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star grade in 2024, Paolo Banchero.
And Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instantly.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
Now at some numbers for Paolo Banchero. He's coming off an excellent season. He averaged 22 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
He's someone you can rely on to bring it on a nightly basis. When they need a basket, he's the guy they turn to.
Pippen feeling it out a bit. Jackson passes to Clark. That shot misses. Good work defensively by Carter. The Magic trail by 6. Here's Wagner. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Wagner's got 11 points.
Wagner able to get that one lined up from mid-range.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Last season, the Magic retired the first jersey number in their franchise's history, that of our esteemed colleague and Hall of Famer, Shaquille O'Neal. Orlando's #1 pick back in 1992, Shaq went on to lead them to their first NBA Finals appearance in 1995. The honor is well-deserved, Kevin.
Yep, he's our teammate, isn't he, David? We love him as a guy, and we love him as a player. Carter, the pass to Black. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
All game long, they've been making it rain from the arc. And look, they've done it by feeding the hot hands.
And their passing has been great as well. Ball movement is key in getting good looks, and they've had that down.
And the first one at the line is good. And the Grizzlies making a change here. Anthony's checked in. The Magic making a switch here. And so he makes both from the line. 54 seconds left to play in the third. Pippen, the pass to Anthony. On the wing, Jackson. To the paint. Here's Clark. Right wing. Launches it. Can't hit that one.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Anthony against Wagner. Anthony on the double team. Pass to Wagner. Buries it from three-point range. Wagner's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The three from Anthony. That one, no good. And we just finished the third quarter, and we got a tight ball game here. Magic out in front as they go on a 10-0 run to end the period. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
That is why he is a point guard in this league. He has the elite passing ability, the vision. You need both to play the point guard.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Magic. Banchero out there with Black. Then there's Jalen Suggs. Then there's Mo Wagner. And it's Queen in at the two-guard position. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Magic.
You got to be impressed with how assertive they are on offense, continuing to cut hard to the rim time and time again.
And also, the mid-range game has been working as well. They've kept that as a big part of their game plan, and boy, are they being rewarded for it.
The Magic making a switch here. Harris is checked in. And the second free throw, good.
I know he's kicking himself for not snatching the lead. But look, he tied things up.
On the wing, Harris. Back to Suggs. Over Pippen. Ja Morant with the rebound. And for Memphis, they're shooting about 42% so far. Pippen outside. Clark, a screen on Harris. To the middle. And it's Clark with the jam.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Banchero outside. Baseline jumper. It's rebounded by Memphis. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Pass to Pippen. Altama with the ball. Now here's Morant for 3. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Banchero's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Wagner a screen on Pippen. Got a piece of it. And here we go. Fast break, and Morant's got it. Rejected by Banchero.
And when Banchero turns it up, he can be a factor at the defensive end.
Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Gigi Jackson. Goga Bitadze's checked in for Orlando. Now, here's Pippen. Clark outside. It's Morant in the corner. 5 on the clock. Clark sets a screen for Morant. Morant with another miss. Orlando trailing here. Pass to Bitadze. Now Wagner. Here's Black. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team. and they will take it in a close game like this.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball after the Magic pick up 2.
Tough task trying to corral Clark there, especially when he's looking to score.
Second team foul. At the line for Memphis, taking 2 shots.
That free throw missing. Some changes for Memphis. Jackson comes in for Santi Aldama. And Wells is subbed in for Pippen. Orlando also making some changes. Carter, he's checked in for Goga Bitadze. Franz Wagner comes in for Mo Wagner. And it's Bane in for Black.
And hey, he did just enough to get the lead. That's what's most important.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Carter sets the pick for Suggs. Kicks it out to Banchero. Carter on the wing. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Outside Jackson. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Grant. Carter pulls it in.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you gotta shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
And the hard work pays off big time for Carter, doing whatever his team needs him to do.
The Grizzlies call timeout. Checked in for the Grizzlies. Pippen comes in for Morant. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hi, guys. Well, during the break, I was able to catch what the Grizzlies coach was talking about with his team. Now, he emphasized it's anybody's game right now. He told his guys to focus on finishing the task at hand and not to get distracted. He wants them to go out there and play with authority. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for Memphis. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Pippen kicks to Caldwell Pope. Outside Jackson. Back to Caldwell Pope. Jacks up a 3. And it's Wagner with the rebound. Wagner's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Bane. Carter sets the pick for Bane. Over to the wing. There's the double team with Pippen. Suggs finds Banchero. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Now it's a 4-point Orlando lead.
He better get used to these late game scenarios. Banchero getting a nice taste of it right there.
Jackson. Jackson, that's good.
Won't shy away from the big moment. No hesitation from Jackson Jr. on that shot.
Now Suggs. Wagner outside. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Wagner's got the lead back up to 4 now for Orlando.
Going on the attack there. Great effort from Wagner.
Pass to Jackson. Shoots over Wagner. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Pippen. 10 points for Jaren Jackson.
Absolutely no problem, says Jaren Jackson Jr. He was ready to shoulder the load there.
Banchero outside. Carter sets the pick for Banchero. His 3-pointers off the mark. Memphis has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Pippen against Suggs. Inside. Here's Jackson. No good. That would have tied it. Orlando with the ball. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Banchero against Jackson. Banchero kicks to Bane. A three-pointer, no good. But Grizzlies call timeout. What do you think we're going to see here?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
And you also have to wonder if they'll try for a 3, but they'll probably try for a 2, but if something opens up outside, I doubt that they will hesitate to take it.
They can get back in front with some points right here.
Yeah, they got behind, but really hung in there and didn't let the score get out of hand.
Caldwell Poe passes to Jackson to force OT. Oh, he couldn't make that shot go to force overtime. And so the big win by Orlando in a tight game. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for him.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching tonight's game on 2K Sports. And now we present the player of the game, Paolo Banchero.